In the Andes, the mountains and the landscape are living, conscious beings. And the people who live here relate to them as members of an extended family. That may seem like a strange way of looking at the world to a Western person, but when you spend time here, out there looking up at the mountains, exposed, small, you begin to understand. So my name's Peter Frost. I've lived here in Cusco now for 30 years, and I've made it something of a way of life to study, learn about, investigate these ancient cultures and their persistence through modern times. In 2001, with the support of National Geographic, I undertook an expedition in the Yanama River Canyon. Specifically, we were exploring a prominent but remote mountain peak known as Cerro Victoria. On the top of this mountain, we found a ceremonial platform. It was essentially an open-air temple. I was lucky enough to be able to camp on this summit platform at the time of the winter solstice. What I observed when the sun rose was that it threw the shadow of this peak that I was camped on onto a ridge far off to the west, pointing straight at a high feature on that ridge. And if you will, trying to think like one of these Andean people, I believed that there would be something there. That observation would ultimately launch me on a journey that would last more than a decade. The people of the Yanama Valley live by the rhythms of the seasons, the rainy season, the dry season. The way the people that live here in this landscape connect with it, relate to it, that it's like this world they live in is alive. Mountains are powerful. They bring weather, clouds, lightning. They deliver melting water from their ice to the people below. So to see them as living things is not such a stretch when you begin to see the influence they have on people's lives here. So of course the people who live in this area are the people who really know it. So with their help, after more than one failed attempt, we were able to get a bridge across the Yanama River.
Gonna take them up?
Is this the way?
Yep.
cut our way 1,000 meters up this incredibly steep slope through brush. And finally reached that point that I'd cited years earlier.
Wow.
It was a very special moment to arrive at that point, and let me say that initially you aren't quite sure that you found something, you know, that there's so much vegetation, it looks right, but until you've cut it and cleared it and measured it and examined it, you're not 100% certain that that is really a ceremonial platform.
No, no es piedra. Entonces acá tenemos,
But after we did all that, yes, there was a ceremonial platform on that high point on the ridge, built there by the ancient people. And in fact, we found ruins all along the ridgeline. Their religion was about nature, and so when they gathered in these places, they were observing nature and making a connection with them through ceremony. Local tradition says that when you look at these mountains, they're looking at you. So that when you take your coca leaves and blow them towards the mountains, it makes sense. You feel like they hear you. Looking back all these years later from that time I camped on the summit, it's amazing to me that centuries after those people built that platform, made those observations, we were able to go to that same place and make those same observations and draw the same conclusions as they did. This sense that I've known the landscape and understood it in a similar way to the way that ancient people understood it. It's an experience that transcends time and culture.